In today's video, we have a special guest that will share a great personal story of her success and a strategy to optimize her titles like a professional. So this special guest has made over 90,000 Australian dollars in sale earnings in the last 90 days from eBay and $36,000 in sale earnings in the last 90 days from Shopify. So make sure to watch it from beginning to end so you don't miss anything that could benefit your business. Now, let's jump into it. So let's welcome Ferry Amadi. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
Good, perfect. And I'm so happy that you're here because I know you got this amazing, inspiring e-commerce story about your whole journey. And we really wanted you to come here and share this with our viewers because I'm sure everyone's going to be so inspired with it. And so before we start moving to strategy and more technical stuff, could you share with us, your background and your story with e-commerce, why you started selling on eBay, how you started selling on eBay? I mean, this is the place that we can talk about anything. So
Great. Of course, I would love to. So I'm a wife and a mum to two daughters, and I used to work full time for somebody and send my children to childcare for 40 hours a week. And so I was always exhausted and I always felt such incredible guilt for not spending enough time with my family. And then COVID-19 hit and it was just impossible. I found it harder than ever to juggle everything. And I thought to myself, I can't do this for the rest of my life. There's got to be a better way. And so my husband actually encouraged me to start selling online. And so we purchased 100 magic erasers for $10 from AliExpress. And so began my journey to find financial independence whilst working from home. And now I'm not even 2 years in. And not only am I making 5 times the income that I was when I worked full time, but I'm home every day with my kids and I love what I do. And now I'm at a stage where I'm actually building a step-by-step course on how exactly I've become so successful in such a short period of time with minimal money to start off with. So I've created a unique business model. It's a unique way to attack e-commerce where I don't drop ship, but I'm also not building a brand. And so I'm really excited to share this business model with the world.
Nice, amazing. And that's something that we don't really talk about, because back in the day, one parent would be enough to go out, work, provide for the whole family. And now, even two parents going out to work and provide, it's difficult, it's like a vicious cycle because then you have to put your kids in school, which are expensive. Then you have to work more. Then you don't spend time with your family, with the loved ones because you have to work, you have to make money. You don't see each other. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So
it's crazy. You can't get out of it. You're just running in circles year after year and you just can't break out of that cycle.
Exactly. And especially with women, there's this whole pressure on women in terms of career, in terms of being a mom, present mom. How do you do that, So I'm really glad that you got out of the matrix, and I'm sure we have a lot of women, ladies watching this, and I can express how happy I am that you will share everything with us because it's just so empowering, it's empowering for everyone because everyone, especially like in a family, everyone earns with that, it gains with that, and so having this possibility of making money at home and having like flexible hours and, being there, just being there with the kids. I think that's the most important thing. It's time, right? We can't, it's how they say, how time is the only asset we cannot buy back, right?
Absolutely.
Especially with kids. So it's so cool, so cool.
Absolutely. It's great that it is so achievable. Women, especially mums, we really can do it all,
Yeah, definitely. And I was just wondering, About your eBay. So you have how many eBay stores? You have one eBay store, correct?
I have one eBay store.
One eBay store. Do you have another like marketplace, Shopify or
I do.
Amazon?
I've got other marketplaces local to Australia that I'm selling on as well.
Nice, nice. And there's also something that normally we don't talk much in interviews, but maybe we could talk about. What are the visible impacts of optimized titles in your listings? Because it's difficult. It looks like an easy thing to do, but you have to be really attentive to the small details. And sometimes like one keyword can make the whole difference. And I know that many sellers, they don't optimize their titles as they should, because it's also a little pain to do that in every single listings. We know that it takes
Yeah.
time, but we do have tools like the title builder and Zik Analytics. So could you tell us from your personal experience this impact of optimized titles?
Yes, absolutely. So before the title builder tool, I had just assumed the keywords that customers would be searching to find my products, which feels a bit like stabbing in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
But then with Zig's title builder, it's not based on assumptions. It's based on facts of the data of the average searches per word for the sales that come from a particular word. So it's very important that you don't skip over those details because they can make a huge difference. And for me personally, once I optimized my titles, I did that for my existing listings that weren't selling so well.
Mm-hmm.
I went in, optimized my titles, and I saw a 65% increase in sales from doing that.
Ooh, 65%.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's definitely worth taking the time, going through the actual data and optimizing everything that you can.
Wow. Okay, so this is for you who's watching right now. Are you ready to learn this professional, efficient title optimization strategy with Ferry? So don't go anywhere. And Ferry, okay, so the screen is yours. You can show us your magic.
Okay, so we've logged into Zik Analytics and we've come to our title builder. On this screen, we're going to choose the fields to narrow down the data. So you're going to select your location. I'm in Australia, so I'm going to select Australia. You're going to set your sale date range. I like to always keep that at 30 days because I like a wide range of data to base my decisions off. Your marketplace is going to be set to eBay. Now here, this is quite interesting. This is where you would put what phrases to exclude. So for example, if we're building a title for a listing where we're selling iPhone cases, we're going to want to exclude the words Samsung and Android because it's irrelevant to our listing. Now we're going to search for what the item is that we're selling. So in this case, an iPhone case, and search. Okay, now on the right-hand side, what we have here is generic keyword ideas. So we've got the word there, and then we've got the average searches for that word and the sales that have come from that particular word. And then on our left-hand side, what we have here is something called long tail keywords. And what these are is they're essentially the sequence of words used by the customer to search for a particular product. So I like to always start building my title using the long tail keywords first. So I can see here that the most popular long tail keyword for this item is this one, for iPhone 14. And this is the number of average searches and the sales that have come from that long tail keyword and the competition, of course. Now, if we click on that long tail keyword, it's going to start building my title up here. Now here I am limited to 80 characters as per eBay requirements. And once I've finished building my title, I can go over here and copy to clipboard and simply paste it into my listing. So let's continue building our title. So we've got our most popular long tail keyword. I can see the second most popular long tail keyword is iPhone 14, 13. Because we've already got these words in here, I'm just going to simply add 13 here. So now what I've done with this phrase is I've accommodated the two most popular long tail keyword searches for this item. So I'm going to continue on like this. So the next one is cover for iPhone. Because I've already got the words for iPhone, I'm just going to come here and I'm going to type in the word cover. So again, I'm accommodating the top three just with this phrase. Now, it is worth noting that repeating a word does not do you any favors. It doesn't help with your ranking or boost anything. What it does is it takes up valuable space in our title. So I wouldn't recommend repeating a word. Now, if we move on, our next one is case cover for. So again, I'm going to come here. I'm going to put the word case and so on and so forth. So we're going to continue on like that. And then once we feel like we've used our long tail keywords and we've kind of made sense, we're going to come here to our generic words and check these. So I've got the word case, I've got the word cover, I've got iPhone, I don't have shopproof. So I'm going to add shopproof in here and continue on like this. Now, obviously, for example, if my cases are leather, I'm not going to want to use the word silicone because it's irrelevant to my product. So you just want to keep it as relevant as possible to the item that you're selling. Okay, now typically if I have a few characters left over, what I like to do is I actually like to put the word AU in here. And what that does is that lets my local Australian customers know that I am an Australian seller. So if you're in America, I would suggest putting USA. If you're in the UK, I suggest putting UK and so on and so forth. So now that I've got my title that's fully optimized based off of accurate data, I can copy this to my clipboard and paste it into my listing, and away we go.
So thank you very much for sharing so much knowledge with us. It's incredible how quick and efficient this could be, especially, I guess, after you have experience and do it more often, right? I remember the first time I used Title Builder, it took me a good 10, 15 minutes to do a good title. And then nowadays it takes me like a minute or 2 minutes. And, and it's
once you've done it times, it feels like second nature.
Yes. So that's amazing. And I just want to ask you, is there anything else that you would like to share with us?
Yes, I'd love to mention that I've set up a coming soon page for the step-by-step course that I'm building. So for those who are interested, I would love it if you put your name down, and I'm going to make sure that everybody on the wait list gets a huge early bird discount. On the coming soon page, you can also find my Facebook. Please feel free to reach out for any tips, tricks, or guidance. I'm always happy to help.
And by the way, the link for this coming soon page is going to be here in the description of the video. Make sure to go over there and sign up because there's so much knowledge and just waiting for you there. All right. So thank you very, very much. I love this and I hope to see you soon again.
Thank you
be
so
back
much
so we talk more about it, family, kids, e-commerce, and good things. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
All right, so tell us who you want us to interview next by commenting below. Keep moving forward and see you next time.